Shalom, shalom. First, give it all praise to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Shai. Today's class, Memorial Day, a reminder of our oppression. Today's class, we want to kind of go into the understanding, just trying to look into this pagan custom. I would say this pretty much ungodly custom that we, once again, has grown accustomed to in our captivity. So just want to just show you right quick before we go into the class, when you're dealing with a reminder of our oppression, I'm speaking towards the 12 tribes of Israel. We're speaking towards the pretty much oppression of our captivity here in the daughter of Babylon. When you look at the word oppression, it's going to give you a quick layout. Being oppressed, pretty much prolonged cruelty that's pressed upon a person, which we know is our nation, or an unjust way of being treated. And last but not least, a controlled enslavement. I'm going to share something with you. When you're dealing with enslavement and you're dealing with what they call controlled enslavement, it's almost like hypnosis. It's almost being subject to captivity without you even knowing it, making you accustomed to the oppression, making you feel like this is just a way of life. So we're going to get into the class. I just want to show you once again, when we deal with the custom that we learned in our captivity, how the Most High God view them. Go ahead and give me Amos chapter 5 and verse 21.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
Read.
I hate, I despise.
What does the Bible say?
I hate, I despise.
Understand the Most High God, He hate and He despise. Let's see what He despise. Read.
Your feast day.
Your what?
Your feast day.
So when you look at it, all our pretty much holidays, which we know is a mockery of from the synagogue, talking about holidays, is really a mockery to our Father, our Heavenly Father, because these are not holy days. So He said He hated and despised our feast days, because all our feast days come from our captivity. All our feast days come from the nation that hate the Most High God. Read on.
And I will not smell in your solemn assembly.
So the Most High God is not dealing with these things, Israel. As we continue to walk in the light, we have to make sure we being observant to what's going on. You cannot bring this garbage into the kingdom, man. So right now, we know we're supposed to be rehearsing the righteous act. In the process of rehearsing the righteous act, we got to be doing thus say the Lord, man. That's right. So when you go into this day memorial, is a lot of time people call it Patriots Day. You give honor to the soldiers that fought in this war. You give honor to the soldiers that fought for this country. Matter of fact, give me that definition of patriot, of being patriotic or whatnot. Because this is what they push towards us. We should be a patriot of this wicked country. Let's get that definition right quick,
A person who vigorously supports their country and is prepared to defend it against enemies.
So this is what they want you to be. They want you to be very patriotic in this wicked kingdom. They want you to be able to pretty much willing to die for this wicked kingdom, willing to protect this wicked kingdom, man. But as we has awakened to the truth, we want you to understand, Israel, we're looking at things at a different matter now. As we continue this walk and continue to hold fast till Yahweh shall return, this is what we have to do. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 15 right quick. Because a lot of things we used to look at and examine Israel, we examine them things in the same form of fashion as our oppressor. But now we has awakened to who we are. We have to walk in the light. Walking in the light is walking in the Spirit. When you're walking in the Spirit, you have to judge by the Spirit, examine by the Spirit. Read that right quick, God.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 15. But he that is spiritual.
He that is what?
But he that is spiritual.
Understand, when you come back, the 12 tribes, when we come back keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, we are spiritual, man, because we hold it on to what is spiritual, which is the oracles of the Most High God. Read on.
Judge it all things.
We do what?
Judge it all things.
So as we judge all things, we put a different spin on everything that we've been told. We looking at things in a spiritual eye. Memorial Day, being patriotic in your captivity, that is pretty much chaos and ludicrous to an Israelite to even be in the mindset of being patriotic in this land of their captivity, man. Read on.
Yet he himself is judged of no man.
We're not judging no man because we're not going to give no more opinions. Opinions got us on them slave ships. We coming out, thus say the Lord, man. Read on.
For who hath known the mind of the Lord? That he may instruct him.
That he may do what?
That he may instruct him.
As we come back to our inheritance, as we come back judging this world in a spiritual eye, we must instruct the nation. We must instruct the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Read on.
But we have the mind of Christ.
So that's what's going on. As we look at this, man, we're looking at this as the chosen seed now. We're looking at this as the nation, the only nation that can be righteous. So when we examine this pagan custom, we're going to address it for what it is. It's really a day for our oppressor to remind us of our oppression, man. That's really what it is. To remind us, y'all still niggas over here. Y'all still pretty much slaves in the daughter of Babylon. So I'm going to show you, man. I know this class here might mess up your barbecue and all that, and your bird, your blunt and all that. But this needs to be said, man. This is why the prophets had trouble dealing with the nation, because the nation was rebellion to the will of the Most High God. So before we go any further, go ahead and play that video, man, that first video up.
Black people got a problem. Bill Cosby said that we need to put our pants up. But in the 50s, they lynched us when we wore suits and ties. So that can't be the answer. And now we're walking with our hands up, saying, please don't shoot. And then they put us in handcuffs. A black man tried to stand up, and they choked him to death in front of the camera. And they ain't even try to hide it. The hell with a trial, they ain't even get indicted. And now people want to riot. All of a sudden, everybody want to talk about it. But tell me, what would you do if you saw your father get murdered on YouTube? Tell me, what would you do if you saw your neighbor get murdered on YouTube? Now, what would you do if you saw your brother get murdered on YouTube?
This is what we got to think about, Israel, when we dealing with Memorial Day. When you understand who you are, realize our viewpoints is not going to be like our oppressor. It shouldn't be at all. When you look at what's going on, man, this day reminds us of our oppression. Now, when you deal with the establishment of Memorial Day, give it honor to the fallen soldiers. And I do understand, I have done my research. Israel has always been a spiritual nation because the format of going to the grave and giving honor and respect to the dead, Israel was doing it. It started in the black community. The blacks were doing it for the fallen soldiers. But understand, when you look at being patriotic, these soldiers was fighting because they had no choice. They was fighting because they was getting drafted. They was fighting because they was property of the slave master. So when you examine these things, this is not us being patriotic. This is us being slaves and being property and just doing what we had to do at that time. So as we wake up, Israel, and understand what's going on, we're going to go through the scriptures to bring the spiritual eye to this wicked custom. This is not something that should be remembered, man, as something honorary of protecting the land of our captivity, man. And we're going to show you through the scripture. Let's go ahead and start out with Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 4. Because as we wake up, man, it's a must that we do our job to bring light and understanding to our people. The goal is to change the mindset of a lost nation, to change the mindset of how we deal in this wicked kingdom, man. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 4. And he said unto me, Son of man,
we are the sons of men. Read on.
Go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my word.
And do what?
And speak with my word.
Read on.
Unto them.
Read on.
For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech.
So understand, Israel, we have a job to do. we supposed to be speaking to our people. The Most High God is breaking this down and letting us know. We wasn't sent to a strange nation of people of strange speech. Read on.
And of in hard language, but to the house of Israel, not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand.
But when we talk to our people, when we speak the truth to them, they feel they have no understanding because they have learned to trust in oppression. And they don't want to trust in the people that look like them. They don't want to trust in the people that's coming out this Bible because they've been trained from the synagogue of Satan, man. So we fighting an uphill battle, but we know that our comfort comes from the scripture. Understand, there's nothing new upon the sun, Israel. Read on.
Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
So understand, the Most High God is giving an allegory. He's saying, if I would send them to someone else, they would at least consider, man. Read on.
But the house of Israel.
But to who?
But the house of Israel.
Pay attention. Read on.
Will not hearken unto thee. For they will not hearken unto me.
So the Most High God is addressing, as we do this work, man, understand they're not going to hear us. Because the Most High God said they not hearing me. So yes, they're going to give us hell. They're going to give us trouble. Read on.
For all the house of Israel are impudent.
Or what?
Or impudent.
When you're impudent, you go into the mindset of not showing pretty much due respect to authority. They're not showing due respect to the Most High God. Read on.
And hard-hearted.
And what?
And hard-hearted.
And pretty much reprobate, man. Hard-headed. Don't want to listen, man. Continue to do the same thing over and over again and think they're going to get a different result, man. That's the signs of someone that is foolish, man. So when we deal and build, let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 9. We'll start at verse 6 because we're going to go back from when we came out of Egypt. It's nothing new. Israel always has rebelled against the Most High God, man. So when you look at this class, I want to share this with you. This day is a reminder of our oppression. But as you look at that, I want y'all to put a slash and put this as well. It's a reminder of our oppression, but it's also a reminder of our disobedience to the Most High God. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 9, verse 6. Understand, therefore, that the Lord thy God giveth thee not this good land to possess it for thy righteousness.
So understand, as we was trying and guiding ourselves to be righteous, the Most High God was blessing us. But at the same time, I'll show you, read on.
For thou art a stiff-necked people.
But we still was stiff-necked and rebellious. Read on.
Remember. And forget not.
What did he say?
Remember.
This is what Israel failed to understand, man. We don't want to remember nothing but a beer barbecue and blunt, man. We don't want to remember nothing that deal with us, but we remember everything that dealt with us in our captivity. We love our enemy more than we love ourselves, man. That is the problem with Israel. Read on.
And forget not how thou provokest the Lord.
How we did what?
How thou provokest the Lord.
Because a lot of our people don't want to provoke master. A lot of our people is focused on being great citizens over in the daughter of Babylon. They don't want to be looked upon as being a bad citizen. But guess what? Being a good citizen in the daughter of Babylon is not going to get you to the kingdom, man. This is what our people have to realize. Read on.
Thy God to wrath in the wilderness. From the day that thou didst depart out of the land of Egypt.
From the day that we departed out the land of Egypt, we was already in sin, man. Read on.
Until ye came unto this place.
Until what?
Until you came unto this place.
Read on.
Ye have been rebellious.
What has Israel been?
Ye have been rebellious.
Read on.
Against the Lord. Also in her wrath.
In her wrath. Dealing with idol gods. Read.
Ye provoked the Lord to wrath. So that the Lord was angry with you to have destroyed you.
So this is what's going on, man. This is what we have to realize, Israel. If it's not thus say the Lord, man, it's not for us to be dealing with. We feel like we can be unequally yoked and still be a servant of the Most High God. We feel like we can be unequally yoked and still be righteous. There's no way you can be lukewarm in this truth, man. So when you think about what Israel was dealing with and what they was doing, I'm going to show you something. Go ahead and give me Jeremiah 2:29 right quick. Just add a little bit more on there, man. This is what I'm trying to bring through the scriptures, man, to let you understand. When you're dealing with any doctrine, any custom outside our inheritance, man, you're dealing with the doctrines of the devil, man. Read that right quick.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 29. Wherefore will ye plead with me?
Read that again up.
Wherefore will ye plead with me?
So the Most High God is addressing. You try to do what you want to do, Israel. Celebrate what you want to celebrate. There's no negotiation with the Most High. So he's addressing. How you pleading with me? This is something that you shouldn't be doing. This is something that you shouldn't be dealing with, but you continue to do it. So when you plead with the power and he plead back, he's going to put you to death, Israel. Read on.
Ye all have transgressed against me, saith the Lord.
So that's all I wanted. So let's go into the book of Isaiah right now, man. Give me Isaiah 30:8. I want to build up the understanding, man. When you realize our history didn't start from once we got off of slave ship. When you realize everything you've been taught by the synagogue of Satan, man, which is the adversary of God, you have to do deep examination. And the only way you can do that deep examination is coming through the scriptures, man. Coming back to the oracles of the Most High God. Because guess what? Read this right quick out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 8. Now go, write it before them in a tablet.
So now this being understood how the Most High God worked, man, being a merciful God, an understanding God, he told the prophet to go write this in a tablet. Read on.
And note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, forever.
For what?
Forever.
So understand, man, the process of us waking up, the process of us coming back to the Most High God, the Most High God left us blueprint. He left us footnotes to figure these things out, man. But we got to come back with a humble spirit and seek his face. Read on.
And never. That this is a rebellious people.
That this is a what?
Rebellious people.
Read on.
Lying children.
What are Israel?
Lying children.
Read on.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord. The law of the Lord.
Children that won't hear the law of the Lord, man. So when you look at this, man, when you think about what's going on, this is where we have to examine ourselves, man. This is where we have to say, look here, man. Being patriotic was pushed upon us. Being a patriot, and even now today's term, I'm gonna share this with you. They don't have to they don't have to bring back the draft because now they have pretty much oppressed the nation of Israel so much to the point where you got to think about it. We're in a concrete jungle over here, so we feel like guess what? I know 2 or 3 brothers that been shot 3 or 4 times. They got probably 15 guns in their house. So when you oppress a nation to the point where they feel like I might as well go and get paid to do what I'm doing over here, you don't have to set up no draft. Because guess what, man? Our people are destroyed, man. Because we have leaned towards everything but the Most High God, man. I'm going to show you something. Let's move on to Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 22, man. Because at some point, Israel, you either going to repent or you're going to perish, man. It's only 2 options that you have, man. The pressure is continuing to grow stronger and stronger. Read that right quick out.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 22. How long, ye simple ones?
How long, you simple ones? That means how long, you stupid ones, man? Read on.
Will you love simplicity?
Will you love this condition? You done tried everything but keeping the commandments, Israel. But you still choose to follow in your ways. And your ways is not going to get us out this condition, man. Read on.
And the scorners delight in their scorning.
And our people, they delight in speaking against the Most High. They delight in speaking and joining with the other nations, man. Read on.
And fools hate knowledge.
And what do Israel do?
And fools hate knowledge.
And they hate the knowledge of the power, man. Read on.
Turn you and at my rebuke.
So understand, as we continue to get oppressed, as we continue to fight through this pretty much unjust treatment, the Most High God say, read that again, do what?
Turn you at my reproof.
When you going to turn at the correction that's being laid out? When you going to turn and realize the way you've been doing it haven't got you nowhere. What you celebrating is prolonging your captivity. What you participating in is prolonging your captivity. Read on.
Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known.
He will do what?
I will make known.
Read on.
My words unto you.
That spirit that he poured out was part of what Moses was addressing to us, man. A blessing and a curse, man. He will make known his word. How he's going to do that? Through captivity, man. Read on.
Because I have called.
Because he had what?
Because I have called.
Read on.
And ye refused.
And Israel continued to refuse. Read on.
I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded it.
And no man regarded, man. No man regarded. When you really examine things now, man, they say old slaves in chains, new slaves is in denial. At one point, we knew who was our enemy. At one point, we knew what we shouldn't be doing. Now we're in a position where we don't know anymore. We don't even care. So in the process, this is what's going on, man. Give me that Baruch 4:1 right quick. Only way we can be spiritual, we must eat what is spiritual, man. The organs of the Most High God, man. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments.
Go on, read on.
This is the book of the commandments of God. And the law that endureth forever.
For how long?
Forever.
So understand, man, kill this nonsense. This is not a book of religion. This is a book of the commandments of the Most High God and the law that endure forever to the 12 tribes of Israel. Read on.
All they that keep it.
All they that what?
All they that keep it.
Read on.
Shall come to life. But such as leave it shall die.
Shall what?
Shall die.
So when you come into this understanding, to be spiritual, you got to feed yourself on what is spiritual, man, and eat on it. That eating is digesting and understanding. And when you go into that mindset, all that leave this shall die. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 4:6, man, that expounds on leaving these commandments, you shall perish, man. Why is that, Israel? Why? We're going to show you through the Spirit, man. Read that out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
So understand, keeping these commandments and do them, perfect them. A lot of time, our people, I tell them all the time, knowledge is not power. You must apply the knowledge to get that power. This is what we're saying to our nation. Read on.
For this is your wisdom.
For this is your what?
For this is your wisdom.
This going into the understanding. If you leave these commandments, you leaving your wisdom. Read on.
And your understanding in the sight of the nations.
And your understanding, man. Because if you're abiding in the will, if you feeding on what is spiritual, you won't get caught up in pagan custom. You won't get caught up in celebrating oppression, man. Read on.
Which shall hear all these statutes.
Which is the laws.
And say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
So the nations that hate us, this is what they were seeing when we were walking in righteousness. This is what they were seeing when we was obedient to the Most High God. So guess what? The whole game plan, Israel, to take you away from your will, which is the law, statute, commandments, man. So when you understand this and you build off of this, I'm gonna show something with you. When you take that away, give me Daniel chapter 9, and we'll start at verse 8, because I want to expound on the understanding. The commandments represent something very special, man. And I want to show you. Because without them commandments, this is what we're dealing with today, Israel. Read that right quick up.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 8. O Lord, to us belongeth confusion.
To who?
To us
the 12 tribes. Read on.
To us belongeth confusion of face.
So to us belongeth confusion of faith. That wisdom, that understanding, we don't have no more. I don't know, have y'all ever experienced being confused in every form and fashion? And I'm pretty sure we all have. You've been in Christianity, you definitely have. being confused in all fashion, man. Nothing can be accomplished when you in a stage of confusion. Read on.
To our kings, to our prince, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee.
So this is what's going on. This is what the commandments without. This is what we dealing with to this day. Read on.
To the Lord our God belongeth mercy,
forgiveness, read on,
and forgiveness. Though we have rebelled against him, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God.
So when you understand us not obeying the voice, adds on to that confusion, man. Read on.
To walk in his laws.
And walk in his what?
To walk in his laws.
Read on.
Which he set before us by his servant, the prophets.
So this is what's going on, man. As we wake up, the righteous must edify the sheep, man. The righteous must try to feed the understanding to the people, man. This Memorial Day, a reminder of our oppression, and more so the reminder of our disobedience. Once you identify the problem, you must go into the mindset of trying to fix the problem. But I'm going to show you, when you destroy it, these things happen. Give me that next video right quick, God. Because we're going to deal with it, and I'm going to share this with you. Bring it up and don't start it yet. This is what the other nations do to us, man. You leave the picture up. This is what the other nations do. It's really a mockery. Because when you look at all these sports events now, they have what you call the national anthem. And 85% of the time, it's an Israelite just doing the singing of the national anthem. Now, I'm going to share something with you. Give me Proverbs 14 and 15 right quick. Because when you lack that wisdom, you go back into what Daniel was speaking about. To us, it's confusion, man. This really is a mockery. And because we don't understand and we don't deal with the oracle, and we have forsaken because we fell into sin, we can't even see this mockery. And I'm going to show you what goes on. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 15. The simple.
The what?
The simple.
The stupid, read.
Believe it, every word.
They believe every word, man. Anything come out, and I just got to go to pretty much the head chief of the synagogue of Satan, the so-called white man. They believe everything that come out this man's mouth. They believe everything because they trust in oppression. But read on.
But the prudent man.
But the what?
But the prudent man.
The righteous read.
Looketh well to his going.
He's going to examine everything. He's not going to accept everything that he's been taught. At some point, he goes, hold up, man, wait a minute. We change this national anthem like it's for us. And I'm going to show you that the national anthem was written in 1814. We were still slaves. We weren't free, quote unquote, to 1865. So how can you have an Israelite singing the national anthem like it's for us? But this is confusing their faces. Go ahead and play this. And it's sad, it's real, because most of the time, it be Israelites getting all teary-eyed. Look at this, man. Not understanding this song was actually promoted and driven to be written due to a slave being raped over and over again on a slave ship. And she hung herself and broke her neck with the flag tied around her to keep from getting raped over and over again. Look at this, man. what lack of knowledge do, Israel. This is what lack of knowledge do, man. Sad, man. Give me that, man, in Isaiah 5:13, man. This is what we love, man. Support. That's it, man. Read that right quick, God, man. This is what's going on, Israel, man. And the hierarchy, they know what's up, man. This is a slap in the face to the Most High and our nation, man. But our nation don't know who they are. Sad, man. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity.
Are gone into captivity, man. Read on.
Because they have no knowledge.
What Jennifer Hudson don't have?
Because they have no knowledge.
So I'm gonna show you in a minute the knowledge that we don't have as a nation is keeping us in this condition, man. Read on.
And their honorable men.
And their honorable men, the ones that's supposed to know this Bible, the one that's supposed to be abiding in this Bible. Read.
Are famished.
They done sold down, man. Read.
And their multitude dried up.
And
with thirst.
With what?
With thirst.
Our multitude, man, is dried up. Our understanding of what's going on, man. Our wisdom that we're supposed to have that's supposed to shine towards the other nation is all dried up, man. Because I want to play this next video to show you. Now, she sung that song like she wrote it, right? She sung that song like that song just had so much to do. But I'm going to show you when you're spiritual and when you understand, man, that what is written can't be broken, man. I'm going to show you. You're dealing with what they call pretty much a two-tongued snake, man, when you're dealing with the other nation. Because I'm going to show you. We're going to play this third verse that she have no understanding, probably never heard of. But we're going to show you the verse that was written in 1814 to this song. Play it out. Stop right there. So, understand when this was written, man. Said no pretty much refuge couldn't save the hauling of slave, man, of slaves. Play on. From the what? Keep playing, keep playing. Make sure y'all get this. One more time. Get a good understanding. That's it, man. Understand, man. We participate in things and we have no understanding of the truth. So I'm going to show you something right quick. When you're dealing with what's going on, go ahead and give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48, man. Because when you pretty much trust in your captivity, man, instead of the power, instead of the Most High God, man, I'm going to show you, man, in our rebellion is what's going on. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shall thy serve thine enemies.
So understand, this is already written. Through all disobedience, man, which is a part of our oppression now, we was going to serve our enemies. Read on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee. In hunger.
Where we get our food from, read.
And in thirst.
Where we get our water from.
And in nakedness.
Even our clothing.
And in want of all things.
In want of all things, read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. Until he have destroyed thee.
So this is what's going on. I want y'all to pay attention to that. In want of all things. This joining together, this being patriotic and all that, and want of all things. What was we fighting and what was we really craving for Israel? We wanted freedom. So guess what? We teamed up with the devil in want of all things, man. This is what we go. This is what's going on, man. As the righteous wake up, we got to change the mindset of our people. I'm going to tell you straight up. Don't send your children to fight the white man war. Don't send your children to be a part of what's keeping us enslaved, man. Because I'm going to share this with you. And I can prove it more through the scriptures than anything. So give me Exodus chapter 23 and verse 1. Being patriotic gonna lead you to the lake of fire, man. There's no scripture that tell us to be patriotic toward the land of our captivity, man. This behooves me, man. But you'll get an Edomite from somebody say, well, you know, Israel back in the day, they fought. Yeah, we fought for the Holy Land. Because guess what? We are that holy seat.
That's right.
So I'm going to show you. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not raise a false report.
Because being patriotic, they ain't the top being patriotic and being godly. Because God bless America, which we know that's a lie. This is a false report, man. Read on.
Put not thy hand with the wicked.
What does the Bible say?
Put not thy hand with the wicked.
Come on, man. This is what we have to understand, man. Only God that America trusts in is gold, oil, and drugs, man. Read on.
To be an unrighteous witness.
Read on.
Thou shalt not follow.
Thou shalt not do what?
Thou shalt not follow.
Uh-huh.
A multitude to do evil.
So when you dealing with being patriotic, when you dealing with it really behooves, because when you think about it, how can you join teams and join hands with the same people that pretty much kidnapped you, enslaved you, raped, robbed, and killed your ancestors? Now you up here talking about we fighting for the same country, man. No, we're not, man. Read verse 2 again.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Read on.
Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rustle judgment.
Rustle judgment, man. Pretty much turning against the truth. Because you got to understand, when you join the military, Uncle Sam on you. When they ship you off, you don't have no reason, purpose. They tell you what they want to tell you, and then that's that, man. That is not our battle, Israel. You got to understand, man. Man, that's another class. I'm going to hold that one for another class. But only our brothers supposed to be over us. And we the portion of the Most High God, man. So when you going up under Uncle Sam, you dealing with the synagogue of Satan. So I'm going to precept that. Go ahead and give me Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 23. Because when you go into that concept of following a multitude to do evil, everything this wicked country has done has went against the will of the Most High God, man. And judgment is about to come to America real soon, man.
That's right.
Read there right quick, guys.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation.
Whoa! Read that again.
And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation.
So when you call yourself being patriotic or whatever you want to call it, a veteran, and doing these things, you're walking in the way. Read that again, huh?
And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation.
Of the nation, read.
Which I cast out before you.
Which he did what?
Which I cast out before you.
Because understand, man, when we was dealing with righteousness, man, we was taking over land, man. The Most High God was with us. We was battling, not losing the soldier, because we was obedient to his will. And we was walking in righteousness. Read on.
For they committed all these things.
For they did what?
For they committed all these things.
Read on.
And therefore I honor them.
So this what's going on. The Most High God hate them, man. He don't deal with the wicked, man. But this what's going on. At the same time, we still continue to do these things. We still continue to fellowship and try to build with a nation that never loved us. And I'm going to show you, understanding who we are and how we used to operate. Give me Exodus chapter 1 and verse 8 right quick. Because this is what you have to realize when you look at our forefathers, When you look at how the ones that was abiding in his will operate, this is what you have to take heed to. This is what you have to examine. When we was in Egypt, let me see what we joining with them, or what we doing the opposite. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them.
Say, let us deal wisely with them. Read.
Lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war.
So now he said, hold on, it come to pass. That means it was going down. This was actually happening. When they fallen out to war, when a war was going on, let's see what's going on. Let's see what we joining with the Egyptians. Read out.
They joined also unto our enemies.
They did what?
They joined also unto our enemies.
We was joining to the people that was fighting against them, man. We understood back then that we were trying to get the hell out of captivity. We joined to the people that were fighting against our enemies, man. Why is that hard to believe now? Because we are destroyed. Read up.
And fight against us. And so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set.
That's all I want. Okay. So back then, man, we was more of a threat because we had understanding of how we needed to operate. Hey, man, I promise you, I know how my spirit was back then. Because I knew anybody oppressing me, and you supposed to help me fight who oppressing me, I'm supposed to help, man. But now, we have found comfort in this oppression. And it is actually prolonging this oppression. I'm going to show you something. Give me Psalm chapter 62 and verse 10 right quick. Because this is what's going on, man. Our job as the seals, Israel, to open your eyes to see what needs to be seen for you to wake up, man. That's why we come here. I tell people a lot of times, we study more than most of y'all work because we understand we got to change the mindset of our people, man, to get out this condition. Read that right quick, guys.
The book of Psalms, chapter 62, verse 10. Trust not in oppression.
Do what?
Trust not in oppression.
So you have to realize, man, the Most High God is telling us, man, this oppression is due to all disobedience. We don't supposed to be trusting in this oppression. Read on.
And become not vain in robbery.
And do what?
And become not vain in robbery.
Join the military.
And become not vain in robbery.
The Navy.
And become not vain in robbery.
Air Force.
And become not vain in robbery.
Teaming up the EU.
And become not vain in robbery.
Because when you look at what America has established, man, they don't help no one, man. They pretty much, wherever they go, they leave a footprint. If they help any of the small countries, guess what? When you go back a year later, guess what you're going to see? U.S. soil. And you're going to see U.S. soldiers over there, man. So that's what's going on, man. This devil, man, we'll get to it. Read on.
If riches increase, set not your heart upon them.
So understanding the process of this wicked nation, man, if riches increase, don't set your mind towards that. Don't envy that, man, because what is being done is an unrighteous thing, man. So let's move forward. I just want to get a little understanding on that. We can't trust in this oppression, man. No matter how good it looks, we have to understand what needs to be done. Give me that in Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Because when you look at things to be, man, this is what you have to realize. In no form or fashion we can fight against what is written. It was written that we was a rebellious nation. There's no way we can fight against that. Because guess what? What Big Mama, Grandmama say, the proof is in the pudding. You can see it today. So when you operate like that, I'm going to show you something, man. Give me that, before we go to that precept, give me that next video. Give me the Ali. Because I'm going to show you something, man. This is a brother, man, an Israelite brother, man, that got caught up in our lie. We understand that. But I'm going to show you, man, what he spoke on, and I'm going to bring scripture to what he was addressing. Play that right quick, up.
And many white people who mean right and in heart want to do right. But there's so few. If 10,000 rattlesnakes was coming down that aisle now, and I had a door like a shut. And in that 10,000, 1,000 meant right. 1,000 rattlesnakes didn't want to bite me. I knew they were good. Should I let all these rattlesnakes come down, hoping that 1,000 get together and form a shield? Or should I just close the door and stay safe?
I think that
You understand? The Vietcong are not all bad, but America's still dropping bombs. In Hiroshima, Japan wasn't bad, but she still dropped the bomb. In Korea, they weren't bad, but they still dropped the bomb. So now I'm going to forget the 400 years of lynching and killing and raping and depriving my people, freedom, justice, equality, the first fire, last high, the lowest of low, last respected. And I'm going to look at 2 or 3 white people who are trying to do right and don't see the other million trying to kill me. I'm not that big of a fool. And I'm not going to deny it. I believe her.
I'm gonna show you something, Israel. They laugh, but he said something there, man. And this is what the enemy does. He plays things off. You see, the guy was sitting there very quiet. He didn't have a comeback to that. But I'm gonna show you, man. According to the scriptures, man, this mindset, he had a zeal of understanding. It wasn't fully there, but he did have a zeal. But I'm gonna show you, when you lean towards our wisdom, this is what you find out. Read that right quick up.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up.
Which is lifted up, very powerful. You know who we speaking about. The nation that's in rulership right now. Esau, read.
Is not upright in him.
Is not what?
Is not upright in him.
No matter how you might think or assume the Most High God is leaving the blueprint, they ain't right, man. Read on.
But the just shall live by his faith.
But the just shall do what?
Live by his faith.
We got to live by what is written, man. This is our wisdom that we keep refusing. Read on.
Yet also, because he transgressed by wine.
By his lies, his philosophy, his doctrines, read.
He is a proud man. Neither keep it at home.
Never keep it at home. Well, we just addressed a while ago. He's going to, if anything he want, man, he's going to set his mind to take it, man. He came to steal, pretty much the devil what? Steal, kill, and destroy, man. That's his DNA. It can't be changed, man. A zebra don't change his stripe. Read on.
Who enlarged his desire as hell.
As what?
As hell.
His riches come from destruction, man, and devouring. Who have he been devouring? The chosen seed, man. Read on.
And is as death. And cannot be satisfied.
And cannot be what?
And cannot be satisfied.
This is what Israel have to realize, man. This nation cannot be satisfied. So no matter how good you play Sambo Coon, guess what? Your day is coming, man. Because he can never be satisfied. He'll rape your children. He'll rape your wife. Then guess what? Sooner or later, he going to rape you. Read on.
But gather unto him all nations.
And what other nations doing this? If it's not the devil the Bible speaks, so who's doing this? Read.
And heap unto him all people.
This is what's going on, man. Same thing in our Greek captivity. Same thing in the Roman captivity. The same nation of people doing the same thing, man. This is something that we really have to understand. Give me Psalms 58:3. Precept must be upon precept. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word be established, man. This is our wisdom, Israel. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
From the what?
From the womb.
So when you really understand that, somebody told me before, hatred is taught. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Hatred can be improvised, you know what I'm saying? But it's a nation of people that's born with this hatred. Thus say the Lord. Read that again up.
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
From the womb, man. Read on.
They go astray as soon as they be born.
As soon as they be born, man. This is what they've been brought to do, man. This is going into that dishonorable seed. Read on.
Speaking lies.
Doing what?
Speaking lies.
Read on.
Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stoppeth her ear.
Because what they do, man, they not, when they operate in that type of wickedness, they not trying to hurt nothing, man. They ain't trying to hurt nothing. They teach out our Bible, but they follow nothing in it. So when we sharing with you these matter, this is what you have to understand. Let's go into the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. You have to take counsel to what was given to us, man. But at the same time, our nation want to celebrate their custom. You sang a song that don't even stand for you because guess what? We was in captivity, hard bondage when that song was written. Read that right quick out.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
This is what Israel has not never hearkened to, man. Read that again,
Never trust thine enemy.
But I sure it is with you. Without this understanding of the will of God and the oracles, we don't know who our enemy is. Read on.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness. Read.
Though he humble himself, though he humble himself,
understand, man, this spirit is very crafty. So, and I share this with you. We always talk about this. The adversary of God is not going to never appeal to you unappealing. They're going to always feed on what you love. If it's money, that's what they're going to feed you with. If it's lust of women or men, that's what they're going to feed you. The whole art of war is deception, man. Read on.
And go crouching. Yet take good heed.
But do what?
Yet take good heed.
This is what Israel got to do. Read.
And beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
So this is what we got to understand. No matter how you can clean on iron, in due time it's still gonna rust. It's gonna come back. It might try to clean up a little bit, but all the rust is gonna be there, man. So just what verse we at now?
12.
Read on.
Set him not by thee, least when he hath overthrown thee.
So he say, set him not by thee. When you dealing in his nature, man, and this is what Israel do. We'll pay attention to something, but then we'll sit back on it. Oh, well, he might be all right now, he kind of cool. Just read verse 12 again.
Set him not by thee.
Don't deal with him, man. Read.
Least when he hath overthrown thee.
When he has what?
Overthrown thee.
Read on.
He stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
Man, the Bible is straight and direct, man. Read on.
Lest he seek to take thy seat. And thy at the least remember my words.
What we should be doing?
Remember my words.
Read on.
And be pricked therewith.
So this is what's having not happened with our nation, man. We can't get past what is written. We cannot. And I'm going to tell you, we've been taught emotions in our captivity, which we know is Stockholm Syndrome now. I'm going to show you something, man. This is what's going on. Give me that next video out, because I'm going to show you, man, and this video here, man, this stopped me from going to the military. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to let it play through. Pay attention to what it said, man.
Land couple more.
Dead president right here, man. I think it's like 1996. 1996, I think.
What they just put in your head out here, man. I mean, you done got into this shit a little bit too deep, don't you think? Recon, that's good. You ain't do shit. Man, fuck this shit, man. Man, this ain't our war, man. Y'all black ass should be back in the bunk when we go home.
Check this out. Pay attention to the white guy.
The fuck you got that curse? Something wrong. Like when we go home. See what you want. You get rid of that cocksucking comment.
You see, you saw spirit? Trying to get rid of that.
You know what I think? I think y'all was goddamn fools for over there fighting that white man. That's right. But you got when we get back, huh?
Come back, still in the hood.
Goddamn.
To fight for the so-called democracy. But when they get back down to the South Bronx and to that Bed-Stuy and Harlem and what, etc., etc. Shit is worse than that. There is something very sick about the devil.
So Israel, when you look at it, I'm gonna tell you, throughout years, man, you know, it's a understanding to be spiritual and examine things. But even just looking at some of the movies, man, and you think about what we've been dealing with. You go fight a war, you come back, you still in the ghetto. You leave the concrete jungle to go fight in the real jungle, and then you got to come back to the concrete jungle. But you want to be patriotic and you want to celebrate Memorial Day. So give me 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 17 right quick, man. When you really examine the scripture, we cannot negotiate what is written. Either we going to do, thus say the Lord, or we going to perish, man. Read that right quick, God.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them.
Do what?
Wherefore come out from among them.
In every aspect, man, we have to come out from among them. From their culture, their lifestyle, and even fighting their wicked wars, man. The only war we should be fighting is self-examination, Israel. Read on.
And be ye separated.
And do what?
And be ye separated.
Read on.
Saith the Lord. And touch not the unclean thing.
And we cannot deal with what they deal with, man. We have pretty much empowered the same people that hate us by dealing in their pretty much military warfare, by dealing in all their customs and their religion and their businesses, man. Read on.
And I will receive you. And will be a father unto you. And ye shall be my son. And daughter, said the Lord Almighty.
So this is what's going on, man. As we continue to build and grow, man, we have to understand we have to do what is needed to be that holy seed. No longer can we continue in this way. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 8 right quick, because separation, Israel, is not a bad thing. You've been taught that through your Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream. You've been taught that to all your we should walk hand in hand, little Negro spiritual song. But none of your Negro spiritual songs could be found in Thus Say the Lord, in which is this Bible, man. So when you operate, you have to understand separation is needed. If you don't separate, you shall be pretty much self-destruct. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 8. When the Most High divide to the nations.
When the Most High God divided to the nation. Understand that key word, and I want you to pay attention to it, Israel. When the Most High God divided to the nation, that divided is separated to the nation. Read.
Their inheritance.
Their what?
Their inheritance.
Their lifestyle, their culture, and everything. Read.
When he separated.
When he what?
When he separated.
Read on.
The sons of Adam.
Read on.
He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
So when you understand how the Most High God operates, he understood, man. And we should understand, when you put all nations together, that is not of the Most High God. Because when you put all the nations together, guess what, Israel? One nation got to be on the top, and one nation got to be at the bottom. Guess what nation at the bottom? There you have it. The 12 tribes of Israel. So separation is needed. You fight against separation is you fight against our God. You fight against the Most High God of heaven and earth. So let's move forward, man. As we know now, we got to do something. Give me Jeremiah 6 and 16 right quick. Knowing that it's something that needs to be done, we have to examine what that is. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 16. Thus said the Lord, stand ye in the ways, and see.
And do what?
And see.
Stand ye in the way and see. Let's see what we should be pretty much examining. Read.
And ask for the old path.
For the what?
For the old path.
Read on.
Where is the good way?
Which is what? The laws, statutes, and commandments that was given to us. Read on.
And walk therein.
And do what?
And walk therein.
And don't just examine them. You got to be living it. We tell people all the time, this righteousness is a lifestyle, man. It's not a fad. It's not something you can turn on and off. You got to live this day in and day out. Read on.
And ye shall find rest.
And when you do that, you're going to find rest. Let's see where we're going to find rest from.
For your soul.
For your what?
For your soul.
Because our soul haven't found their rest since we've been in these captivity. Since we've been that rebellious nation. Read on.
But they said, we will not walk.
What did Israel do?
They said, we will not walk.
Read on.
Therein.
Read on.
Also I said, watch me.
But in the same time, the Most High God needs address. I know y'all not going to walk. But he said watchman. What that watchman supposed to do? That watchman got to bring that understanding. That watchman got to get a nation warning. Read on.
Over you.
Over who?
Over you.
Read on.
Saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet.
That means listen to the sound, man. Read on.
But they said, we will not hearken.
Uh-huh.
Therefore hear, ye nations, and know, O congregation,
Uh-huh.
what is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon.
He will bring what?
I will bring evil.
Read on.
Upon this people.
Uh-huh.
Even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my word,
Uh-huh.
nor to my law,
Nor to the what?
nor to my law,
Read on.
but rejected it.
But rejected it, man. So I'm going to share this with you, man. Everything Esau throw at us now, the righteous, we're going to dissect it and break it down to bring you the understanding of what the Father wants you to have, man. So knowing that we have rejected it, we got to deal with that nation that pushed these philosophies upon us. That nation that's pretty much using what they call pretty much control and enslavement upon us. Let's go into the book of Psalms right quick. Give me Psalms chapter 73 and verse 8. I'm going to tell you, when you have an understanding of your oppressor and the Most High God give you that understanding to understand what's going on, this is what you got to examine, man. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Psalms, chapter 73, verse 8. They are corrupt.
They are what?
They are corrupt.
Read on.
And speak wickedly.
And they speak wickedly. So knowing that they are corrupt and they speak wickedly, how can you trust in this, man? Read on.
Concerning oppression.
Concerning what?
Oppression.
Because when you look at our situation, they have trained us to think that this is how it is. It is what it is. You still got Israelites, Blacks, Hispanic, and Native American feel like, well, you know, what they tell us, well, we can live the American dream. It's a choice. I'm going to tell you right now, man, that mindset was pushed upon us. They show us a couple token Negroes and give you that vision, just like Vegas. If you go to Vegas and no one never hit the big money, people start going to Vegas. Same thing with our mindset in this captivity. They let a few of us make it, so we'll think we'll have an opportunity. But guess what? The few that make it, you can't do what you want to do. Because if you do what you want to do and it's not according to what they want you to do, they're going to take you out. So, read on now.
They speak loftily.
They do what?
They speak loftily.
Read on.
They set their mouth against the heavens.
So understand, man, they set their mouths against the power. They set their mouth against the righteous, man. Read on.
And their tongue walketh through the earth.
And they what?
And their tongue walketh through the earth.
That's their laws, man. That's their philosophies, man. What they say, they make it a law. Same-sex marriage. That's a law now. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So, read on.
Therefore his people return hither.
Uh-huh.
And water a full cup.
Uh-huh.
Or wrong out.
So when you look at the wicked, man, yes, they're prospering. They growing and developing. But we know the outcome of what's going on. But guess what? If you're not hearkening to the word, you zealous towards their pretty much wealth and fame. And a lot of times, we team up with them. Read on.
To them. And they say, how doeth God know?
And they say, what?
How do God know?
This is what the so-called white man, this is mindset. This is that part of being puffed up. They read that again.
And they say, how doeth God know?
Because all of the atrocities they have done, they have not been punished for. But we know their judgment is coming. Read on.
And is their knowledge in the Most High?
And they say, man, do the Most High know what we're doing? Because pretty much we're doing it so lavishly. See, this is what happen when you have a forward face, a forward mouth. You speak things so much where you puffed up to pretty much on this earth, they God. And they sit amongst the throne and over the pretty much chosen seed. Read on, huh?
Behold, these are the ungodly.
These are the what?
These are the ungodly.
This is what the righteous got to understand. These are the ungodly, man. Read on.
Who prosper.
Who do what?
Who prosper.
Read on.
In the world. They increased in riches.
So when you know what's going on, because a lot of time our people feel like if you wealthy and you successful, you right. But we understand the righteous know they have nothing to do with righteousness. Righteousness is only abide in one nation, and that's our nation. So our goal is to get back right and get back focused. But I'm going to show you, give me Acts chapter 28 and verse 26 right quick. Because as we understand and see these things happening, man, we have to reverse the curse. Only way to reverse the curse is first identify what's going on. Who in rulership, who's pushing this upon us, and at the same time, upon our nation, who choose not to hearken to the word. Because I'll tell people all the time, we are here for the lost sheep, not the dead sheep. Let's see what Paul's talking about. Read that right quick. Yeah, Acts chapter, where we at? 28 and verse 26.
The book of Acts chapter 28 verse 26. Saying, go unto this people. And say, hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand.
Because understand, as we even bring this out, just like right now, somebody watching the class, and they still don't see nothing wrong with being patriotic. They see nothing wrong with celebrating Memorial Day. But read that part again.
Hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand.
And they still won't understand. Read on.
And seeing ye shall see and not perceive.
You be in the military, you go fight all these wars and come back, you still in the ghetto, still got a 1985 Chevy with a spur donut on there. But you won't understand. You won't perceive this because you've been taught that that's just the way it is. Read on.
For the heart of these people,
for the mind of Israel,
is waxed gross.
Is what?
Is waxed gross.
Man, it's destroyed. Read on.
And their ears are dull of hearing.
They can't understand what's going on. Read on.
And their eyes have they closed.
Have they what?
Have they closed.
Because a lot of times when people fell in love with a lie, they don't want to hear the truth. Read on.
Least they should see with their eyes.
They should read.
And hear with their ears. And understand with their heart.
Which they mind.
And should be converted.
And should what?
And shall be converted.
And shall what?
And should be converted.
Change, man. After everything that's going on, we still continue to do the same thing. All people know cigarettes cause cancer, but they still smoke. Big Mama got a leg, foot, arm, fingers cut off and everything, but she still want a poach-out film. And guess what? Her children still gonna want that poach-out film. 8 pounds of sugar in the Kool-Aid and the tea gonna give you sugar diabetes. But guess what? The children gonna do it because guess what? Mama and daddy did. This is a what they call a rebellious, sinful nation, man, that won't hearken, won't convert, won't change, man. Read on.
And I should heal them.
And once we convert and come back to the commandment, the Most High God will heal us. He will actually put us back upon the nation up high. But our people don't want to hear that. Give me Romans chapter 13 and verse 11 right quick. Because knowing these things, only thing left is Israel's life and death. And when you understand that, this is what you have to hearken to. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Romans chapter 13 verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
To awake out of sleep, man. You cannot continue in the same foolishness that you've been going through. Back and forth, man. Read on.
For now is our salvation nearer.
Our deliverance, read.
Than we believe.
Read on.
The night is far spent. The day is at hand.
So the day is at hand, man. Read on.
Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
The works of darkness. We got to cast away sin, man. Read on.
And let us put on the armor of light.
The what?
The armor of light.
Which is the commandments, man. when you abiding in the will of the Most High God, you have to understand, if it's not written in scriptures, we shouldn't be dealing with it, Israel. So when we operating on that form of fashion, I'm going to show you something. Give me Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8 right quick. Because it behooves me that we continue to celebrate these customs. And celebrating these customs is pretty much disrespect to the Most High, man. Read that right quick, guy.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies
read on.
Shall lie in the street.
Because when you dealing with the doctrine of the devil, you spiritually dead. And you look at our nation. We lying in the streets right now. We lying in the society right now, not knowing who we are, not understanding what we should be doing and why we doing what we doing. Read.
Of the great city.
Of that great city, which we know is America. Read.
Which spiritually is called Sodom of Egypt. And Egypt. Where also our Lord was crucified.
Because I understand the same people in rulership now is the same people that was in rulership when our Lord and Savior was crucified. Read on.
And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies.
And this what's going on. Everybody see this, man. We don't know who we are. We're spiritually dead. You just seen an Israelite woman sing the national anthem. She sung an anthem that wasn't for her and had verses that really condemn us as a nation. Mockery, man. Read on.
3 days and half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
So understand, 3 days and a half, man, that's 350 years that we have went through this, man, in this process of not knowing who we are, not knowing what we should be doing, man. I'm going to show you something right quick, Israel. What verse we at? Where you at now?
At verse 11. Verse 10.
You at verse 10? All right, finish it up.
And they that dwell upon the earth.
And they that dwell upon the earth, read.
Shall rejoice over them.
And I'm going to show you that concept of they that dwell on the earth. The other nation rejoiced at us being at the lower state, man. But we celebrating their custom now. Read on.
And make merry.
And do what?
And make merry.
Read on.
And shall send gifts one to another.
This is captivity. This is slavery. Guess what? Keisha, you was Becky's gift on that day. We was the first element of the gifts that was given on that pagan Christmas day. Read on.
Because these two prophets.
Because these two who?
Because these two prophets.
The southern and northern kingdom, man. Read on.
Tormented them.
They did what?
Tormented them.
Read.
That dwelt on the earth.
And how was that possible? Give me Proverbs 29 and 27. How did them two witnesses, them two prophets, which we know was the southern and northern kingdom of Israel, tormented the other nation? I'm going to show you. Read there right quick, God.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 27. An unjust man.
An unjust man, read.
Is an abomination.
Is a what?
Abomination.
Read on.
To the just.
So understand, man, when you walking in the will of the Most High God, when you walking in righteousness, this is a problem towards the wicked, man. This is a problem. Read on.
And he that is upright.
And he that is upright, read.
In the way is an abomination to the wicked.
To the what?
To the wicked.
So that's how that torment was going on, Israel. That's why when we felt at the lower state, they rejoiced and they was happy about it. Guess what? As we awaken now, the torment has came back and they see it. So in the process of that being said, give me Psalm 119 and verse 97. How can that torment happen and how can we bring that back to life? Let's deal with King David right quick. To walk in righteousness, to torment the wicked with the truth, there's something got to be done. Something got to be understood. Read that right quick, God.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 137.
Righteous
art thou, O Lord, and upright are thy judgments.
Give me 97, 119 and verse 97.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 97. Oh, how I love thy law.
So in the process of this torment, the process of pretty much the upright, being abomination to the wicked, you got to do what? Oh, you read that again?
Oh, how I love thy law.
You got to love the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High God. Read.
It is my meditation all the day.
All the day you got to be dealing and dwelling in righteousness. Read on.
Thou through thy commandments has made me wiser than mine enemies.
So understanding by you dwelling in the commandments, this is how the other nation was tormented by them two prophets. Because they spoke upright. They spoke righteousness. They walked in the will of the power. Read on.
For they are ever with me.
So when you understand that, that is how we're going to get our kingdom back. You got to be loving the law. You got to be meditating on the law just like our forefathers did, man, when they was walking upright, when they was walking righteousness. So when you're dealing on that understanding, give me Exodus chapter 14 and verse 13 right quick. Because Exodus 14 and 13. Because I'm going to share something with you, Israel. When you walk in the spirit and you walk in that wisdom and being wise is not fighting with your enemies. Being wise is not joining hand in hand with the same people that's oppressing you, man. Read that right quick up.
And Moses said unto the people, Fear ye not.
Fear ye not. Read.
Stand still.
Do what?
Stand still.
Now move all around. Do what you want to do.
Stand still.
You got to stand fast. Nobody, we always say you got to have a solid foundation, man. Read on.
And see the salvation of the Lord.
Whoa, and do what?
And see the salvation of the Lord.
And salvation is deliverance, man. Read on.
Which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever.
Did it not come to pass? Read on.
The Lord shall fight for you.
No, read that again up.
The Lord shall fight for you.
This is what Israel has not came to pass with, man. The Most High God will fight for us. Read on.
And ye shall hold your peace.
And ye shall what?
And ye shall hold your peace.
And the only way you can have that peace, you got to be abiding in the commandments of the Most High God. So when you understand that, give me Romans chapter 6 and verse 11 right quick as we come to an end, Israel. Because this battle that we should be fighting right now, I'm going to show you, is not physical. I'm going to let Paul break it down. Romans chapter 6 verse 11.
The book of Romans chapter 6 verse 11. Likewise, reckon ye also yourselves.
Hold up. Paul say, reckon ye also yourselves. So now we're going into this concept because we done got off the patriotic concept. We know there's not nothing we should be dealing with. So now, Israel, I want to bring to your attention. There is a fight that we should be fighting. And I'm going to let the precept bring it out. Read out. Start off from the top for me.
Likewise, reckon ye also yourselves to be dead indeed.
To be dead indeed, read.
Unto sin.
Unto what?
Unto sin.
So this battle that we need to be fighting is to be dead unto sin, man. Read on.
But alive unto God through Jesus Christ our Lord.
But what?
But alive unto God through Yahushua our Lord.
So this is what we have to understand. That being alive is that whole concept of keeping the commandments. Walking the way Yahushua walked. Walking in the law, statute, commandment that was given to us. Read on.
Let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body.
So let not sin reign in your mortal body. In your mortal body. This is going into that battle that we need to be fighting. I tell people all the time, the fight that we need to be fighting is getting ourselves right, repenting, being converted, coming back to the Most High God. So that battle that we need to fight is within. Because if we fight that battle and win, the Most High God going to do everything else. Read on.
That ye should obey it in the lust thereof. Neither yield ye your members.
Read that again.
Neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness.
So dealing with yourself, man, you should not be yielding your instrument as any element of unrighteous. Guess what? Celebrating the ungodly custom, that is unrighteous, man. This is what we should be understanding, man. Read on.
Unto sin.
Unto what?
Unto sin.
Read on.
But yield yourselves.
But do what?
But yield yourselves.
Humble yourself, man. Read.
Unto God.
Read on.
As those that are alive from the dead. and your members as instruments of righteousness unto God.
Instruments of righteousness unto God. When we do that, go back, give me Revelation 11 and 11 right now. Doing that is going to bring this to. I just want to set this precept up for this. Israel, this is the battle. Get yourself in order, man. Prepare yourself. Repent. Come back to the oracles of the Most High God. And when this happens, read that out.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life.
The Spirit of life, read.
From God entered into them.
This is what's going on right now, man. Read.
And they stood upon their feet.
And we start keeping the commandments, man. We start walking upright. Read.
And great fear fell upon them.
And what happened to the other nation?
And great fear fell upon them.
Read on.
Which saw them.
Which what?
Which saw them.
Read on.
And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. And their enemies
and their what?
And their enemies
read on.
Beheld them.
So this is what's going on, man. The Most High God is requiring us to get ourselves in order. And we're going to do it in front of the other nation, man. And we got to get ourselves ready. But the ones that want to continue to not separate, last precept. Give me Proverbs 11 and 20, man. The ones that choose to pretty much join hand in hand with their oppressor, the Most High God got something for you, man. Read that right quick out.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 20. They that are of a forward heart.
They that are forward heart, read, which is a forward mind, really much leaning towards your own understanding, read.
Are an abomination to the Lord.
Read on.
But such as are upright.
Because the upright is going to what? We're going to put all our trust in the power, man. Read on.
But such are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand joined in hand.
Keep joining their militaries, all their EUs and Congress and all that. Read on.
The wicked shall not be unpunished. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Because we're going to keep these commandments, man. And we're not going to join hand with our enemies. And all they know, Israel, say shalom.